And another very big story that we're continuing to watch develop, a remarkable new report out of Benghazi about a man that witnesses insist was the ringleader in the attack that killed our ambassador and 3 diplomats. Yet, a man that has yet to be arrested, yet to even be questioned in those murders. And to add insult to injury, this is a man who talked to a reporter while sipping on a strawberry frappe on a patio in Libya, all the while scoffing at our president's attempts to find those responsible and bring them to justice.
We will not waver in our commitment to see that justice is done for this terrible act.
Well, the president may be hell-bent on serving up justice to those cold-blooded killers, but if that's actually the case, then why is it that more than a month after the attack, we've got pictures to show you like this suspect, hello, posing outside of our burning diplomatic mission? You can recognize that face, holding onto an AK, possibly while Ambassador Stevens lay dying inside. He's still a man of mystery. We've got no word on if he's been charged or if he's even in custody, but he sure looks proud. Looks almost like a tourist, doesn't he? And then there's this guy as well, holding up the peace sign. Many of them with assault rifles, perfectly identifiable, on the scene, photographed by cell phone. This is the scene of a crime. These are pictures at the scene of a crime. The U.S. mission still on fire while this is going on. Where are these men? Have they been questioned? Are they in custody? Do we know anything about them? Who was their leader? One person who may know something about this is the reporter who was breaking this story. David Kirkpatrick is the New York Times reporter who sat down with that suspected ringleader having the frappe, and he joins us over the phone now from Benghazi, Libya. David, thanks for being with us. I was just astounded at your report. The suspect's name is Ahmed Abu Khattala. Does he admit that he had anything to do with these murders and with this attack?
No, he said that he was on the scene but arrived after the shooting had already begun and was just basically trying to break up a traffic jam. He said he had nothing to do with any acts of aggression that night. I would add, by the way, that he's only suspected of being one of the ringleaders, not a kind of mastermind of the whole attack.
Well, what does he say when asked about our attempts to find those responsible? We just showed our audience pictures, very identifiable, of those posing outside the crime scene. How does he feel about our efforts, and even the Libyan government's efforts, for that matter, to bring people to justice?
Well, I think he correctly feels like the Libyan government right now, the transitional government, is pretty impotent. They don't have much of a national army or police force. He referred to it as the national chicken. And when I asked him, you know, who should be responsible for tracking down the criminals behind this? In Libya, that's mostly been militias like his own that do the work of law enforcement. I said, who should be in charge of solving this crime? And he sort of smirked and said, well, the state. You know, we both know, of course, the Libyan state right now is completely incapable of that. So I think he feels a certain amount of impunity walking around the streets of Benghazi.
And yet, as you were